Planet Vegeta, a mysterious planet ruled by the Saiyans that conquered the Tuffles, who conquered the Plantians. It's originally called Planet Plant. The Saiyans are human-like aliens who were known to be strong and brutal warriors with incredible powers. According to legend, King Vegeta declared war on the Tuffles for using the Saiyans as slaves, basically for technical purposes. In order to prevent it from happening, the Saiyans began to annihilate every single Tuffle in the planet. At age 730, a full moon rises above planet Tuffle, and all the Saiyans transformed into giant apes, giving them a huge advantage against the Tuffles. The entire Tuffle species were extinct, and finally, King Vegeta named the Tuffle planet after himself, naming it Planet Vegeta. Most Saiyans were very ruthless when it comes to fighting, and their jobs are to conquer other planets across the universe. However, there's only one Saiyan who's pretty much different than any other Saiyan in Planet Vegeta. Her name is Cyanne. As a child, Cyanne is very comfortable spending her quality time with her parents, Akarat, which is her father, and Sari, her mother. As a teenager, she was trained by her parents in order to become a strong, faithful warrior. Unfortunately, Cyanne isn't allowed to leave her parents' premises. Why? It's because if the other Saiyans found out that Akarat and Sari had a female child, then the Saiyans will force her into war. Around age 731, Akarat and Sari discovered from the other Saiyans with their scouters that a tyrant named Frieza and his henchmen are planning to conquer planet Vegeta. They rushed into war to stop the invaders, thus leaving Cyanne alone in a house for safety reasons. While having Akarat and Sari fight Frieza's henchmen alongside Bardock, Frieza unleashes his enormous death ball to destroy both the Saiyans and the planet instead of conquering them for himself. At home, Cyanne sensed a huge amount of energy from the area where her parents are fighting Frieza, but she noticed that this type of energy doesn't belong to them, meaning that they're both in danger. Cyanne rushed outside the house and tried to rescue them from the battlefield. When Cyanne arrived, she found her parents staring at the huge death ball, shouted "Mom" and "Dad" while trying to grab her hand, and dashed towards them. However, a strange white light surrounds her body and vanished, leaving Akarat and Sari to their gruesome deaths. Every citizen of planet Vegeta also suffered from the tyrant Frieza and died from the explosion. Where is Cyanne now? Well, she was sent to the Time Nest, an unknown area where lots of people were sent to in order to become the heroes that prevent villains from altering history, known as the Time Patrollers. And now Cyanne's adventure begins in a mysterious Time Nest summoned by the Trunks, the leader of the Time Patrol who was summoned by the dragon Shenron.
Someone summoned you from a land far away. Brave warrior, now come forth.
You're surprised, I'm sure. I'll have to explain it all to you later. For now, let's see how much power you have. Yeah, come at me anytime. Looks like the little warm-up is complete. Now, it's about time you showed me. You were chosen. Chosen by Shenron. Sorry for attacking you, by the way.
Trunks found a new candidate for the Time Patrol, and then tested Cyanne's abilities by fighting her with a sword. After the Trunks test, Cyanne attacks Trunks by assaulting and choking him menacingly. Trunks told her to calm down and explained why she was sent to the Time Nest. Cyanne discovered that the mysterious shining light surrounding her in Planet Vegeta was from the Dragon Shenron. It was the last moment where Cyanne rushed into the battlefield just to save her parents from Frieza's death ball. She began to hate Trunks and refused to speak to him because of it. And now, as an orphan, Cyanne is all alone, frustrated and miserable, where no one in her family will look out for her. Trunks not only explained to Cyanne about the Time Nest in Toki Toki City, but he also did his best he can to cheer her up. Now Cyanne's only objective is to take care of herself as a strong, dependent warrior.
I'll introduce myself. I'm Trunks, and I'm currently on a mission. As you can see, this place is not the world you're familiar with. This is the Toki Toki world, where the flow of time gathers. You can call us the Time Patrol. When history goes off course, a false timeline is created. We work to correct any of these changes to history. As Time Patrol members, we'll fight all throughout time. Sometimes we deal with legendary fighters or dangerous forces. What you think? Would you like to test your power here? See how effective it is? Oh, right. I should probably explain a few things first. Look around. In this space, there are many other Time Patrol members. If you'd like, go ahead and talk to them. I'll hear your answer after you've had the chance.
Cyanne has a variety of attacks in her arsenal. Her moves depend on how emotional she utilizes them, and some of them were learned visually. Cyanne can deliver a barrage of punches and kicks with Media Crash. She can unleash her signature blast attack with a Gallic Gun. She can create her own super armor by performing a pose. Plus, she can pierce through plenty of attacks thrown at her, and she charges up her ki with maximum charge. She also adds other moves like the Split Finger Shot, the Super Dragon Fist, the Milky Cannon, Instant Transmission, the Freedom Kick, in which she flies at hypersonic speeds and distracts them by flying around them and attacking them simultaneously, the Gravity Impact, and Rise to Action, which pretty much everyone in the entire planet knows how to do just to increase stamina. Not enough for you? Well, Cyanne has plenty of ultimate attacks as well. She can pierce through attacks and stun foes with Saiyan Spirit, which was self-taught in Planet Vegeta, and then blast them with one hand. Her Blue Hurricane, which was learned by watching Berter, surrounds herself in a blue tornado and then vacuums up everything that's close to her. Cyanne hardly uses her Final Flash attack, which was learned by watching and fighting Vegeta, and her Kamehameha abilities, including the normal Kamehameha, Warp Kamehameha, Super Kamehameha, and Perfect Kamehameha. She rather sticks to her signature move that she's born with, the Gallic Gun. This move also has the most powerful version that Cyanne can actually unleash, which is the Super Gallic Gun. She can unleash this move instantly, but it takes a while to charge at max. A maximum charge Super Gallic Gun is extremely powerful that it can obliterate any planet. If Cyanne desires more power in her arsenal, she can transform into a legendary Super Saiyan, whose power is increased by 1000%. In this form, Cyanne is nearly indestructible and manipulative with her Super Saiyan form, and she can sustain her energy just by charging up her ki every now and again. Cyanne may be an aggressive warrior when it comes to fighting. However, Cyanne was not only cautious but also a shy, antisocial crybaby. She has a hard time dealing with her problems and often avoids them, meaning that she hates being involved in anything that puts her in danger or anything that's too complicated for her to handle. In order to prevent this from happening, her only solution is to blast everything in her path. If her attacks aren't working for some reason, she will enhance them with all the ki that she has in her body, and then delivers any attack at her disposal. Cyanne can easily lose control at times, and she hates being punctured by either incoming explosions or a group of her opponents. Because of this, Cyanne learned how to blast away foes just by shouting ultrasonic waves. Plus, she can create energy barriers just to protect herself. She can survive much longer than a normal Saiyan would, especially when she gets pummeled by foes or blasted by nuclear explosions. If Cyanne takes too much damage, she will unleash her Super Gallic Gun consecutively, plus her other ultimate attack called the Super Vanishing Ball, but there's a catch to that move. The Super Vanishing Ball becomes a major threat when Cyanne becomes enraged. The angrier she gets, the more violent the move becomes. And yes, this is one of Cyanne's ultimate attacks that can destroy an entire planet. In Rage mode, Cyanne will show no mercy to anyone who tries to stop her. Those who do will be completely destroyed in a matter of seconds. Cyanne may be a devastating Super Saiyan with indestructible capabilities, but she can be a bit ignorant with them, whether it's her anger issues or any other negativity in general. Cyanne's lack of social skills and being pummeled by anyone doesn't stop her from becoming a strong warrior, nor does her lack of speaking. Cyanne is a peaceful, trustworthy woman who can bring happiness to people, whether the situation is dangerous or not. Cyanne can only be comfortable with people who look out for her, such as close friends who have tons of fun playing with her. And that's what Cyanne is all about. She has great courage, pride, and perseverance with her unique abilities, and she is not afraid of unleashing her power to her opponents, whether her power is based on her emotions or her skills. With her comfortable and balanced attacks, she battles her foes with concentration and precision. Cyanne's attacks are phenomenal, and she's not very hesitant to annihilate any opponent she faces, no matter how strong they are. Cyanne will train very hard to become the strongest warrior there is. However, you better watch out for her immense attacks, because you wouldn't like it when she gets angry.